What's up, everybody? Corey here. Welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time here, then welcome to the channel. Today, it's going to be slightly different. There's only going to be this one video coming out today because I have a whole bunch of stuff to do. I am extremely busy. I am extremely behind. And just my day today is all out of whack. I have a friend coming over that I was supposed to know days before he showed up, but he called me and he's like, hey, I'm on my way. I'll be there shortly. So everything's thrown out of whack. All that aside, I have some very fantastic and also some very expected Diablo news. So we're going to be talking about Diablo 2 and Diablo 4. As far as Diablo 2 goes, we're going to be talking about Diablo 2 Resurrected because this is a game that I am extremely excited about and happy that is going to be coming out. This is a game that I've been playing Diablo 2 for a very long time, over half my life. This is similar with World of Warcraft, which is why I was so excited when WoW Classic was coming out. So the good news is that Diablo 2 Resurrected has had their beta and I guess early access beta announced, has been released. So as we're jumping into this, if you guys like this video, you like me, you just want to show support, like, share, comment, and subscribe. That would be greatly appreciated. Also follow me over on Odyssey, odysee.com/@Corey Allen, COREYALLEN. Here we go. Diablo, the road to launch begins. Early access beta is August 13th to August 16th. Now, this is a leak, so it could be incorrect, but it looks like it's not. Everything here, I mean, this picture looks like it would be a legitimate Blizzard thing. Oh, no, my bad. This is not a leak or anything. This is actually an official Blizzard announcement. Okay, so the story has changed. Official Blizzard announcement. Let's check it out. The war against the burning hells is about to enter a new chapter on Windows PC, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PlayStation 5, and PlayStation 4, starting August 13th at 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So this is something that I will be streaming. So definitely check me out. I will be streaming it here on YouTube directly from my PlayStation 5. So definitely stick around. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it right at 10 a.m. because I do still have a normal life that I have to attend to, such as taking my wife to work, making food, cleaning the house, taking care of my dog, taking care of my son, exercising, things of that nature. But we are going to be investing a lot of hours into this beta on PS5, and I'll be doing it live with you guys here on YouTube. And then of course the videos, once they're uploaded and done, they will be sent over to Odyssey as well. So this is fantastic news. This is the great news. This is the amazing news that we're getting. And it goes over each different time in which it's going to be released, you know, Seoul, Taipei, Moscow, just telling you the time. It's going to be the same time across the board. So the same time the servers open up. And it looks like on the 20th, same thing, 10 a.m. on the 20th, 10 a.m. on the 13th. So from the 13th to the 16th, and then again from the 20th to the 23rd, I will be playing in this beta. So the new classes they're announcing, or that they've shown us, they're not new classes, they just haven't really shown us all of the details as of yet. Okay, my OBS was making some funny notifications, but it's fine, we got to figure it out. The Druids are a nomadic race who hail from the untamed lands of Skosglen. Rugged and beautiful, the home of the Druids is teeming with werewolves and other abominations. What the fuck? You just say the werewolves are abominations? That's fucked up, dude. Lurking within the encroaching wilderness, to survive and rule over these lands, or these wilds, the druid must forfeit their humanity to awaken the beast within. Exciting. And then the paladin. There is great evil here. Originally from the lands of the West, the Knights of the Faith, also known as Paladins, are holy warriors spread across the realms of Sanctuary. These soldiers of faith use holy magic in the war against the dark agents of hell, wandering across the realm, spreading their virtues and purging heresy. These battle-ready devotees of the light are a necessary bulwark against the forces of darkness. Multiplayer and miscellaneous details. Both test weekends will have multiplayer enabled. Yes! Along with cross progression. So we're going to be able to test out the cross progression right out the gate. Now, I have this pre-ordered both on PlayStation and on PC. So my hope, I also have an Xbox Series X out in the living room, or Series S, but I haven't pre-ordered it on that because I don't need it on every single console. We have additional PlayStation 4s if we want to play more of us in the house playing together. I am excited to see if I can quite literally throw my controller, like plug it into my PC and just play it like that. That'd be fantastic. It says up to 8 players can play together in one game, standard. Besides complementary skills that help each other in battle, experience, monster hit points, and the quantity of items dropped scale upwards as more players join the session. Additionally, players can choose to duel each other or even claim a rival's ear in PvP combat. Lastly, like the technical alpha, both Act 1, The Sightless Eye, and Act 2, The Secret of Vigeri, will be fully playable. The fully remade Act 1 and Act 2 cinematics will also be viewable in the Diablo II Resurrected Early Access and Open Beta tests. And then they're just showing this. All players who pre-ordered this, okay, I don't play Diablo 3, so that means literally fucking nothing to me. Speaking of Diablo 3. You know what? Actually, recorded. Yes, all players are allowed to capture. Great. Let's see. How long will it last? How do I take part? How do I take part? How long? Let's see if they have anything. Character skills. Why is my character still attacked while at the loading screen? Progression from beta carryover. Okay, so if you participate in the early access weekend, your progression will carry over to the open beta. Will I be able to load my Diablo 2 classic save files into the early access, or you will not be able to import? Okay, so that makes sense. There's only Acts 1 and 2, so it would make sense that you wouldn't be able to do this, but hopefully later on, I mean, not hopefully later on. Later on, once the game's fully released, we know for a fact we'll be able to. So, oh, here we go. Fucking fantastic. Fuck yes. Open beta will have controller support. However, this is still under development, so any feedback will be valuable for any of us during this testing phase. So I will, of course, be playing on PC as well as PS5, testing out both of them, seeing how they both play. Anything else? When will it be released? Physical edition? Will there be? Dang, that sucks. I would so love to get a physical copy of it. But, you know, why would they make a physical copy and end up only making $45 or so off of each disc when they could make $60 off of you just buying the game from them? Or, well, I guess, is it a $40 game? A $40 game. Either way, they wouldn't make as much money as they could if they put it on a disc, so it's only natural that they would give you digital only. Now, that's all the good news. The great news is about Diablo 2, Diablo 2 Resurrected. Now, let's look at the bad news. Let's switch it up. Let's smack it up, flip it, rub it down. Oh no, we have 33 minutes of Diablo 4 gameplay. And do you want to know why this is bad news for most people, but it's not even news for me? Because I have said since the announcement of this game that this was quite literally going to be Diablo 3, but a bit darker. And as we are seeing, this gameplay of Diablo 4 is Diablo 3 with a new shade of paint. You could go into Diablo 3 right now and adjust your graphics settings and make it look pretty goddamn close to this. Pull out the saturation, dim it down a little bit, I have been saying for a very long time now that this game, they don't understand why Diablo 3 was not as much of a success as it could have been. And they have this idea in their mind that the reason that Diablo 2 was more successful than Diablo 3 was because Diablo 3 doesn't look as pretty. Diablo 3 looks more pretty. It doesn't look as dark. It doesn't look as brutal. And it's like, okay, let me tell you about a little game called World of Warcraft. My two favorite games, Diablo 2, World of Warcraft up until recently. I still have a lot of love in my heart for what World of Warcraft was. I understand that it's different. I don't play the game anymore. I have no reason or urge to play the game anymore. I still thoroughly love the game. I mean, I'm wearing a fucking Vol'jin shirt, for Christ's sake. So, when it comes to a game like World of Warcraft, where you can look at the graphics and look at them and objectively understand, this looks like a children's cartoon video game. This looks horrible. And the whole thing about it is because the gameplay itself, because the reward system, because everything about the game was so encapsulating, was so entertaining, so fun, it made it to where even though the game didn't look what most people wanted out of an MMO, it became objectively the top MMO for a very long time. And it was because of the gameplay systems that were in the MMO. It was not the graphics. It was not the way that the game looked. It was what the game provided when you played it. Same thing with Diablo 2. It's very, very telling when you have a company like Blizzard who is constantly releasing new products that don't do as good as they want them to do, and then they release their old classic products and they do far better than they expect them to do. And it's like, yes, that's because you developers of today are artists. And I get that. That's fine. We video game players are not artists. We don't care the majority of the time, especially ARPG players. We don't give a fuck how pretty you make our game look. Just give us a reason to put 1,000, 10,000 hours into the game and still want to continue playing it. That's what Diablo 2 provided. That's what Path of Exile provided. Honestly, Path of Exile gets boring to me faster than Diablo 2 does. Path of Exile, objectively, factually, is a much better game, much more build diversity, much more player customization options, much more content. The game itself is so much bigger. It looks better. It plays pretty good. It plays fucking fantastic. If you're playing on PC and they have... it's a roll of the dice, okay? More often than not, the game's going to be playing fantastic. But this isn't what Diablo players want. This might be what Diablo 3 players want, but after seeing this right here, and after this is just solidifying every single thing that I have said in every single video leading up to this. I have gone over this, I don't even know how many times. Every single time Blizzard puts out an update for Diablo 4, do you know what I say? This is an art update. They're not telling us anything about the game. They're telling us about the art. I don't care about the art. The past 6, 7 to every single fucking update, except for the one time when they were like, oh, we realized that people don't like the skill twigs, so we're gonna change them up a bit to make you feel like you've got more of an option. And it's like, the fact that you thought that that was going to introduce build diversity tells me that you don't understand what Diablo players are looking for. If you think that a rank 1 fireball and a rank 20 fireball are substantially different, there's multiple different ways, multiple different pieces of gear that you can put in every single different gear slot that will increase or decrease the amount of power that that has. With Diablo 3, there's no damage numbers on the skills because the damage is all equalized. When they showed us the Diablo 4 skill trees, it was almost the exact same. Instead of just unlocking a skill as you leveled up, you were almost forced to put your skills into a very specific pathway. They basically took the talent trees from World of Warcraft Classic, and then they were like, oh, hey, we're doing new WoW, but we're going to make new WoW like old WoW. And then they still implemented the new talent tree system. And it's like, nah, this is one of the things that we don't like. And it seems like time and time, I mean, look at what happened with WoW Classic Burning Crusade. It took less than 2 years for them to completely destroy all the goodwill that they built up revolving around World of Warcraft Classic. And why? Because they saw an opportunity to make more money. And this right here, it looks like they took... I don't know why it's taking them so long to develop this game. You can tell that this game is built on the Diablo 3 framework. These are Diablo 3 monsters. I mean, it looks like Diablo 3 with a slightly different graphic setting. And that is incredibly disappointing. I'm sure that there are many players just like myself who are seeing this and going, okay, I guess D2R it is. There's absolutely no reason for me to even give Diablo 4 the time of day if this is going to continue to happen. It's like the boy that cried wolf. Eventually, you just fucking ignore the kid, and then he gets eaten by a wolf. It is what it is. That wolf's coming for Blizzard, I suppose. Anyways, if you guys like this video, if you like the topics that I have, like I said, today's video is extremely different than normal. We just have this one video. I think I'm still going to publish it at the same time, 3 o'clock. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed that. Please consider checking out my Odyssey, odyssey.com/@CoreyAllen. Like I said, the link is in the description below. And then also Teespring. I do have some designs over on Teespring that you can check out. The links for those are in the description below as well. Most of my shirts are political, but there is a World of Warcraft one, so it is what it is. I hope that y'all have a fantastic day. I hope that they do a massive overhaul. They're saying that they're expecting 2023. I still don't think the game will be out 2023. Expect to get your hands on this game around 2025 and expect to be extremely disappointed in it. And the good news is if you do expect that and the game comes out early and the game is good, well, then you're expecting bad things late and you get good things early, and that's just doubly fantastic. So I hope that I'm wrong. I sincerely do. I sincerely hope that I'm wrong. But the pattern that I'm seeing is showing me as not being wrong. Anyways, I'm out.